Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my music. I'm going to make three things tonight. First thing I'm going to make is tuna casserole, my mom's recipe. So that's all I have out now. I'm going to make a cabbage recipe I've never made before, and I'm going to do garlic bread on cheesy bagel. So let's just start with the tuna noodle casserole. My helper's here. This is a recipe that I've been making forever. And my daughter, who didn't love tuna growing up, we would call it chicken casserole, and she would eat it. So, of course, you have your egg noodles. You have your cream of mushroom soup. I use 2 cans of tuna, pepper, salt. One of the things my mom did that's a little different is 1 cup of mayonnaise. I prefer plant-based. And we drink almond milk here, and I don't like almond milk in recipes, so we're going to use the plain Greek yogurt in place of the milk. And then we actually have real cheese. We usually do vegan cheese, but I'm doing real cheddar for this recipe, and that also gets melted in. Super simple recipe. I'll show you how it goes. It's a go-to. I've already started the water for the boil, so that's where the noodles will be, and then the sauce will be done in here. Let's do it. Speaking of mom, I'm going to be making this in her Pyrex from like the 1970. It used to have a top that had like a sunflower design that broke, and these are just stains from all the years, but I love it, and it's perfect, and this is what she would do her tuna noodle casserole in as well. Worse for wear, but it was mama's. The noodles are in boiling. I have all the ingredients in here except for the cheese. I'm going to combine all this, and then once this is hot and bubbly, you add the cheese in to melt. So let me get this done here, and then I got to start the other recipe. Steamer, one of my favorites. Just a few more minutes on this. This is what the sauce looks like, basically. Gonna let that heat a little bit more, and then I just take the cheddar and I kind of just lay them on top, and as they melt I stir them in. I'm doing 6 of these slices. Usually I just shred them, but when I put it on the list that I needed cheddar, Bobby didn't know why, and he was surprised because we usually don't do real cheese. So anyway, I'm gonna let that sit in there and melt and get all those mixed in slowly but surely. And in the USA. By the way, you only need half of the big package, and then to make sure that they stay fresh, I just put stuff like this in Tupperware and seal it. The clips just don't keep it as fresh, so that's what I do. Recipe number 2, cabbage. It will be the cabbage, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper, thyme, and vegan butter. And you kind of want to caramelize it so that don't stir it too much. So I'm going to be prepping that. And then lastly, I'm going to do these cheesy bagels from Trader Joe's. We need to get these used up. And I'm just going to go ahead and do vegan butter, and then let me get the Lowry's garlic salt, which I will spread with the spatula spreader, one of my favorite Cutco tools. We'll do that last because we don't want these getting stale. And once the noodles are done, I pour the noodles in, then the sauce, and that cooks for 20 minutes. So let me get the preheat at 425. All right, let's get the sauce blended in here. Oh my gosh, the cheese. See all that cheese melting away, melting on down. Oh my goodness, yum. This is one of my favorite things. Here's the noodles. Let's get the sauce in. Look at that sauce. I don't want to miss any of this delicious, creamy, cheesy goodness. Oh my. Sometimes you can also put toppings on if you want. Shoestring potatoes. You can do the crispy fried onions. Some people do potato chips. I'm just going to do old school and leave it just as is this time. Oh my gosh, you guys. So then you want to make sure that you mix it well so all of the noodles are coated with the sauce. And then I'm going to cook it for about 20 minutes at 425 while I get the cabbage dish going next. Who needs to lick a beater when you can lick the tuna casserole spoon? So good. Yum. First I got to get the onion ready for this cabbage dish. Let's do that real quick. Like this Cutco. Cutting onions. By the way I cut onions, knock on wood, and even yellow onions and white onions, I cut it like this and kind of hold it together, and it never messes up my eyes. So I need to get the butter and oil heated in the pan, and then the onions go in first. Let me cut them down a little bit smaller. You don't have to be too small. These are nice, perfectly mild red onions. So. All right, the butter and the olive oil is in there. Let's get these onions cooking. And I'm going to chop the cabbage now. I think the key to it was letting it caramelize by not constantly stirring. So I'm going to try to adhere to that. I made coleslaw for a road trip, and this is the last of the cabbage I need to use up. Alright, I'm going to stir those onions one more time before I get this cabbage in. Oh, and then I'll add the seasoning and stir it all one more time, and then not stir. Okay, it's all in there, the apple cider vinegar, the salt, pepper, the thyme. I'm going to stir it and then let it sit. And I use the last of the thyme. It took me a few years, but I need to get some more. That's all mixed. And I'm going to let it cook without messing with it. Now let's make those bagels. Those are ready. They'll go in shortly. Those are going to be delish. Let's check on our cabbage. All right, it's been cooking. You think I can basically flip it, sort of? I hope it's caramelizing. Let's see. I'm hesitant to mess with it. Hold on. All right, I'm going to be brave and do it. I hope it's caramelizing somewhat. Yeah, sort of, I guess. Not as much as I would like it to. Let me get it mixed again so I can let it be. It did shrink down nicely, and it is caramelizing. You can see like it's half as much in there. So I'm going to let that be for a little bit, and I will put those bagels in shortly, and dinner should be ready soon. I'm also going to do toppings of nutritional yeast, of course. Some more black pepper, can never have enough of that. Gonna use the old school noodle scooper. Great AC/DC song, I don't know if you can hear it. TNT, old school. All right, let's try another stir. I guess it's kind of caramelizing, all right. We're on the home stretch here. Bagels are served. Let's get this casserole on here. Let me show you the casserole, actually. There she is. Great leftovers, too. I know both of us like a lot of this because we both absolutely love it. My mom was very busy. She worked, took care of us, took care of a house. So she never made anything too fancy. But man, this was always a hit when she made it. Let's put nutritional yeast on this. A little more black pepper. And now let's get this cabbage. A little bit of caramelizing. Get some of this side dish on here. Hopefully it's going to taste good. Had to get this cabbage made up. This is what I came up with.
Hi, it's Brian Carroll. During the Mealdart Spring Savings
If I can't keep my head held high enough, I'll just be love and watch the smiles come.
Thanks for watching.
Bring my spirits up.
Don't forget to stop and smell the flowers.
There's some shit I like to fix, but